Let's mount up.
Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well out there considering everything that's going on. I happened to see a video posted by Steve from Steve's Haunted Yard, which was a response to K&T Do Halloween, basically talking about how Halloween is not canceled this year. So I thought I'd jump in on that and just kind of talk about our plans for this year and just give you some thoughts on that. So what does Halloween 2020 look like for Restless Hollow? It's going to look like what it's looked like in the past. We're going to get set up everything like normal. The only thing different that we're going to do is we're going to try to get things set up earlier. Since, there's no way to say what actually is going to happen on Halloween night, will there be trick-or-treaters, will there not be, we don't know. But in order to account for that, we figured, hey, try to get the town set up earlier, that way people can enjoy it. So we are going to start hopefully setting up the first weekend in October, get it set up and just try to get everything set up as quickly as possible. And then that way, on the weekends or whenever we can try to, run the fog and music and, let people enjoy it that way, regardless of what happens on Halloween night. But you know what? We're gonna keep Halloween alive this year. It has been a rough year for everybody. It's been bad for us personally. With Lori's dad passing away unexpectedly in April, it's just been rough. And you know what? People need some fun. People need some joy. We need to give some fun to these kids. They can't go to school. They can't see their friends. They've been locked in their houses. Not a good time. So Halloween is not dead this year. It's on. We're gonna do what we can do to entertain people, and hopefully people appreciate that. So. Some of our plans this year, we always have a big wish list. We never really get to everything, but you gotta dream big, right, and see what happens. So this year, we are gonna try to get that photo booth from 2 years ago now, because last year we had to take it off because of our son Benny being born. So get back at that and see if we can at least get that wrapped up. If nobody ends up using it because there's no trick-or-treating or whatever, that's fine, at least it'll be done. So that's one thing on the list to try to get done. Some other ideas that we've been talking about doing is we have the little bathhouse, which is just kind of a little basic facade. It's just like 2 walls and the little cowboy guy in the little bathtub there with the long johns hanging. We want to turn that into a Pepper's Ghost illusion. So set up the scene inside the thing. We'll basically add a window to it, probably add like a fake door on the front of that facade. Or on the side, have a window in there, and then you can see inside and turn that same effect that we had outside, the real effect, and make it into like a ghost effect on the inside. So that would be cool if we can get to that. Another thing we're going to try to do is take the blacksmith facade, which we like how it looks. It looks great. It's just very heavy. We're going to try to redo that a bit and maybe rebuild the upper flats into something a little bit more manageable. So that it's easier to get up. I like to be able to have our buildings so that, in reality, one person can put them up and one person can take them down. It's nice to have help, but it's great to be able to just do it yourself. So that's going to be one thing we're going to try to do. Probably just kind of redo the upper portion of that and make that better. We're also going to try to add a little bit more motion and animation to our haunt this year. So we're going to try to hopefully play around with some projection effects. We do have one projector. We're going to see if maybe we can find some others, some used ones on eBay or Craigslist or somewhere, and just kind of try out some of those things this year. That's something we've wanted to do for a long time, and we just never got around to it. So I think we'll probably want to try to do the talking pumpkin guys. Those are always really cool. People get a big kick out of them. So maybe we'll integrate that somehow. We'd like to integrate some ghosts into maybe a graveyard scene or some other areas. So that's something else that we really want to do and see if we can figure out. Then of course there's going to be some maintenance tasks, just getting some things fixed on the shooting gallery. We are going to go ahead and set that up too. My kids just love to play with that regardless, so if it doesn't get any other use, but hey, on Halloween or whenever we might just set it up, put some hand sanitizer there and a little sign, use at your own risk or something like that, and let them try it out. So we'll see, but I think we're going to set it up, assuming we have time. We'll probably keep that towards the end, just in case we don't. but my kids would be sad not to play with it, so we'll probably just set it up for them regardless. I'm also hoping to just find some small ways to add some motion in, just with simple motors, to kind of maybe add some little animations here. There's a lot of animations that really are not that complicated to pull off, and pretty quick to do. So we're going to kind of think about that and see if we can brainstorm some ideas just for maybe some little things we can add that we haven't had in the past. Alright guys, so I hope you stay tuned. We are going to get going here with working on stuff very soon. We always run out of time, of course, so hopefully we can get going quickly this year. We'll have to get into the shed, start pulling things out, start repairing things, start working on projects. I'm already trying to refresh my memory on how the talking skull, the 3-axis skull that I was building worked, because it's been about 2 years since I looked at it, and I know I said I did not want to let it sit for 2 years, and here we are 2 years later. So I'm working on refreshing my memory on how that guy's set up and looking at the programming and trying to figure out. I know that there were some glitches that I was having a hard time getting past at the end there, so hopefully we can hammer through that and work through some of the other projects. We did make our first purchases of the Halloween season this year. We took the kids to At Home over the weekend, which I still want to call Garden Ridge. It will forever be known as Garden Ridge to me. But anyway, we went there to check out their Halloween stuff. They had everything set up. They had a lot of stuff. I was surprised at how much they had already. So we got these guys here. Got this cool lizard skeleton guy, and then we picked up these bats here. I think they'll find a good place in our haunt. So, yep, that's what we got so far. So Halloween is not canceled this year. I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody else does. If you're not comfortable doing Halloween, I totally understand. I don't want to turn this into some huge debate or make people upset or make people feel bad. But for us personally, we feel we got to do this. We need some joy in life, right? This has been rough, especially with 4, young boys at home all the time. It drives us insane. It's been a challenge. It's been really hard. So we want some fun too. We want them to have some fun. So this will aid in that. So stay tuned, guys. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll see some upcoming videos, hopefully, and hopefully I can get you guys some detail on getting back to that photo booth, because I know you all are interested in that a couple years back, and I kind of just had to leave you hanging, so hopefully we can get to that. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.